Hello students, welcome to this channel once again. This video is for class 10, another fantastic poem. This is My Own True Family by Ted Hughes. Ted Hughes, we know that, was a British poet. He was a poet laureate, very famous and popularly well known in his time. In this poem, we see the poet's love for nature. Actually, from this point of view, we can see that the poet is a dendrophilistic person. That means what? It's a new word to all of you. Dendrophile. What is dendrophile? Actually, a person who loves trees, plants is called dendrophilistic man. Or you can see, or you can say, green panther. Love for plants, love for actually trees is called dendrophile and green panther. The poet wants to suggest in the poem that we, the human beings and the plants, should be belong to the same family. We should not destroy trees, we should not kill trees, we should not cut trees, fell trees recklessly for our own benefit, for our own personal benefit, and for our industrialization, for our personal benefit, commercialization. We should not kill trees. If we do so, indirectly we will welcome to our own downfall. The poem bears a magical experience of a young child who, in quest of a in search of a millstone, entered into a forest. He was chasing and he was running. Ultimately, he actually came across with an old woman. The old woman made the little boy afraid with her grotesque and strange appearance, with her cackle. Actually, the little boy were too much afraid whenever the woman opened the little secret within a little bag. Then the little boy were the little boy was too much afraid. Whenever the woman started to cackle, the little child began to quake, and the little child was in a dream. Actually, this dream is very significant in the poem. It's a moral awakening of the poet, of the human beings. Actually, whenever the little boy entered into the wood, he had a different concept. Whenever he came out from the wood, his concept was totally changed. It's a symbolic poem. From one point of view, we can say it's also a symbolic poem. So many figures of speech have been used by the poet: metaphor, similes, symbolism, etc. etc. I'm going to discuss one by one. Actually, at the very initial portion of the poem, there is a symbol. What is the symbol? The little child searched for the stag. That means male deer is a symbol of human beings for search for ideal fulfillment. Actually, my own true family, nature. That means trees, plants, nature has been presented in the image of a mother. We everyone have our own mother, but the nature is the unanimous mother. How is the condition of the nature? Nature is very fragile, nature is very exploited. Whenever, like an woman, actually, the reference of the old woman is very meaningful. This old woman is none other than but nature. Nature has been presented in this way by the old woman. When a woman become old, basically when an old woman lose all the power, reaches to the old age of her life, they are fully dependent to others. At that time, they are exploited, they are agonized, etc. etc. We, the human beings, also exploit nature. We cut trees, we fell trees for our industrialization, commercialization, we actually do not hesitate to cut the trees. We forget the values of trees. Actually, one poem that I remind at that particular time by William Wordsworth, the world is too much with us. Actually, we have submitted our soul to the goddess of wealth. We have no time to think for others, we have no time to save nature because we are hunkering after money. We just think for our own self, not for others. Here, the poet wants to suggest his view, wants to portray his view against deforestation. He thinks that plants should be our family members. As so many members are there in a family, with many years, with many members, as a family is fully grown up, similarly, plants should be the part and parcel of our life. We should not kill trees. This concept symbolically has been presented. Actually, the poet wants to portray a message that we should not kill trees. Whenever the little boy entered into the orchard in search of a stag, that means male deer, there is no trace of the male deer. Accidentally and by chance he met with an woman. This woman is very symbolic. Woman, old woman, is suggestive of exploited condition of mother nature. We exploit our mother, that means nature. When the boy entered into the orchard and he was afraid and being panic stricken, he was in a dream, and in his dream he clearly reached to another ideal world where there was a moral reawakening and moral transformation. Actually, we are making a mistake, and these mistakes, whenever we are in human condition, we are in subconscious level, we cannot understand. To dream, the little boy, the little child, actually came to realize how pathetic towards nature we are. Actually, in his dream, he was watching that. In his dream, he saw that he was surrounded by a staring tribe. What is the tribe? Here is also personified. Who is the tribe? Actually, Oaks. They were clearly, threatening that today you have come to my world. আজকে তুই আমার জগতে এসেছিস এবং আজকে তুই বুঝতে পারবি আমারও কষ্ট হয় যখন আমাকে নির্মমভাবে তোরা কেটে ফেলিস. So you will have to promise now, if you cut one tree, if you will have to plant it double two. If you cut two trees, you will have to plant it four. If you cut four, you will have to plant eight. In this way. And if you fail to make the promise, then you are going to die. That means, actually die, you are going to die. This is the punishment, but actually, in this way, if it is going on, that means if we cut trees, actually, indirectly punishment will be given, and this is what, that one day we shall die, because nature will be polluted. We will not get food, we will not get fire, we will not get shelter, nothing. So we will die. This is the fact actually. And whenever actually his dream was just, he came to the ground of reality. When he wake up from his dream, actually his dream had altered the poet, altered the little child. Actually, this is also a symbol. The line is, the dream that altered me. Actually, it's a symbol of spiritual reawakening. The dream had altered the little boy. What was the concept? When the little boy came out from the orchard and he came back to the human companion. At present, at the time also, he was a human being, but there was a magical moral transformation of his reawakening and thinking. What is it? That his walk was like a walk of a human child, but his heart was like a tree. That means, this is the moral reawakening, that what we do, it's not good. we should not kill trees. Actually, if we carry on with this habit, if we cut trees, fell trees, then indirectly punishment will be also given to us. Actually, this is the symbol of spiritual awakening. When he, that means the little child, woke up and he came back in the human company from the sylvan company, actually he realized the truth that actually we should not kill trees, we should not cut trees, we should not destroy trees, annihilate trees, because they should be the family members. This is the main concept in the poem. Actually, some figures of speech must students must be underlined all these very essential lines. Actually, this is all nobly taken rag. Nobly taken rag. This is a metaphor. Actually, whenever anyone just wears stag, জরাজীর্ণ ছেঁড়াছুড়ি পোশাক পরে হাতে যখন লাঠি থাকে, দ্যাট মিন্স ফ্র্যাজাইল অ্যান্ড উইক পারসন। অ্যাকচুয়ালি একটা উইমেনের এরকম কন্ডিশনকে এখানে বলা হচ্ছে, ইনডিরেক্টলি এটার মাধ্যমে বোঝানো হচ্ছে যে আমাদের নেচারের কন্ডিশনটাও এরকম। Actually, this stands for the poor and exploited state of Mother Nature. Once again, I am repeating, this reference, all nobilistic and rag, stands for poor and exploited state of Mother Nature. In a society, those who are civilized, those who are developed, but although we are educated, in some of the families we see that actually whenever their parents grew old, they are tortured, they are physically and mentally agonized by some irresponsible and so-called educated, again illiterate children or sons. This is the concept, you know. Another particular portion that I want to suggest, that childs searched for the stag. Little child who was in search of a stag. It's also a symbol. ছোট্ট ছেলেটি একটি পুরুষ হরিণের সন্ধানে যখন ভেতরে ঢুকেছিল, এটাও যেন একটা সিম্বল কবি বিয়ার করছেন। হোয়াট ইজ দ্য সিম্বল? ইটস দ্য সিম্বল অফ ম্যানস কোয়েস্ট ফর আইডিয়াল ফুলফিলমেন্ট। আমরা যখন আইডিয়াল জগতে পৌঁছে চাই, তার যে ফুলফিলমেন্টটাকে এখানে প্রেজেন্ট করা হচ্ছে এটার মধ্য দিয়ে। নাও in Bengali I am giving you the thorough and easy meaning so that the students can realize and understand the surface meaning of the poem. Once I crept in an orchard. Actually, I, maybe the fact, the young child, or maybe the fact this is the second self of the poet himself. Whatever you can guess, it's for your own sake. So once I crept in an orchard, একদা আমি একটি ওক গাছের বনভূমিতে ঢুকেছিলাম। অ্যাকচুয়ালি এখানে ক্রেপ্ট মিন্স সার্চ ফর। আই ওয়াজ লুকিং ফর এ স্ট্যাগ। আমি একটি হরিণের সন্ধান করছিলাম। আই মেট অ্যান ওল্ড ওম্যান দেয়ার। সেখানে আমি একটি বৃদ্ধার সাথে আমার সাক্ষাৎ হলো। অ্যাকচুয়ালি এখানে ওল্ড মহিলার সাথেই সাক্ষাৎটা কবি দেখালেন কেন? কোনো ওল্ড ম্যানের সাথে দেখাতে পারতেন, ইয়াং ম্যানের সাথে দেখাতে পারতেন, ইয়াং গার্লের সাথে দেখাতে পারতেন। অ্যাকচুয়ালি দিস ইজ দ্য পুয়ার অ্যান্ড এক্সপ্লয়েটেড অ্যান্ড দিস ইজ দ্য টর্চার্ড কন্ডিশন অফ নেচার। অ্যান্ড বেসিক্যালি আমরা প্রকৃতি মাতা বলি, প্রকৃতি পিতা বলি না। আমরা ফেমিনাইন জেন্ডারের মাধ্যমে আমরা ইউজ করি, তো দ্যাটস ওয়াই ওল্ড ওম্যান, অল নবলি অ্যান্ড স্টিক। টলমলো পায়ে হাতে একটা লাঠি নিয়ে, একটা ছেঁড়া জরাজীর্ণ পোশাক পরিয়া সে যেন বলে উঠলো, যার সাথে কবির ওই ছোট্ট ছেলেটির দেখা হলো, আই হ্যাভ ইউর সিক্রেট হেয়ার ইনসাইড মাই লিটল ব্যাগ। সিক্রেটটা, তোমার সিক্রেটটা। হোয়াট ইজ দ্য সিক্রেট হেয়ার? অ্যাকচুয়ালি moral transformation, moral awakening. I want to give you a message, I want to give you a lesson, so that you just make a change to your realization that you should not kill trees. Be inside my little bag, আমার এই ছোট্ট ব্যাগের মধ্যে। Actually, then she began to cackle and I began to quake. তারপর সে অট্টহাসি করে হেসে উঠল এবং আমি যেন শিহরিত হলাম, আমি চমকে উঠলাম। সি ওপেন্ড আপ আর লিটল ব্যাগ, সে তার ছোট্ট ব্যাগটা খুললো। আই কেম টুয়াইস অ্যাওয়েক, আমি যেন জেগে উঠলাম, যে টুয়াইস অ্যাওয়েক, দ্যাট মিনস দ্য লিটল children is going to, actually this poem is composed on a dreamy narration. Through dreamy narration, through drowsy narration, this poem is composed. Surrounded by the staring tribe, এবং সে তার স্বপ্নে যেন দেখতে পাচ্ছে ছোট্ট ছেলেটি, তাকে ঘিরে রেখেছে কে? তাকে ঘিরে রেখেছে একটা অদ্ভুত প্রজাতির লোকেরা। অ্যান্ড মি স্টেক ইন্টু এ টায়ার টু স্টেক, এবং একটা খুঁটিতে যেন বেঁধে রেখেছে। দে সেড, অ্যাকচুয়ালি পার্সোনিফিকেশন, দে দ্যাট মিনস ট্রাইব, ওক ট্রিজ, দে সেড উই আর দ্য ওক ট্রিজ, আমরা হলাম ওক গাছ, ইয়োর ওন ট্রু ফ্যামিলি, তোমার পরিবারের অন্তর্গত সদস্য আমরা। উই আর চপ ডাউন, আমাদেরকে কেটে ফেলা হয়, টর্ন আপ, আমাদেরকে ছিঁড়ে ফেলা হয়। উই ডোন্ট ব্লিক অ্যান আই, চোখের পলক ফেলার আমরা সময় পর্যন্ত পাই না। আনলেস ইউ মেক এ প্রমিস নাও, আজকে তোমাকে আমরা আমাদের জগতে পেয়েছি, আমাদের ওয়ার্ল্ডে পেয়েছি। আনলেস ইউ মেক মি প্রমিস নাও, যতক্ষণ না পর্যন্ত তুমি একটা প্রতিশ্রুতি করছো না, উই আর গোয়িং টু ডাউট, তুমি কিন্তু মরবে, তুমি মরবে। Whenever you see an octave field, and you will have to make a promise, you will have to make a promise. What is the promise? You will have to make a promise now. You will have to redouble, you will have to plant the trees in redoubled way. Whenever you see an oak tree felled, যখনই তুমি দেখবে ওক গাছকে কাটা হচ্ছে, সুইয়ার নাও, শপথ নাও, ইউ উইল প্ল্যান্ট দ্য টু। যদি একটাকে কেটে ফেলতে দেখো, দুটো গাছ লাগাবে। যদি দুটোকে কেটে ফেলতে দেখো, চারটে। যদি চারটেকে দেখো, আটটা। ইন দিস ওয়ে, রিডেবল ওয়েতে লাগাবে। আনলেস ইউ সুইয়ার, যদি না তুমি, যতক্ষণ না পর্যন্ত তুমি সুইয়ার, দ্যাট মিনস ওথ, প্রমিস করছো, ব্ল্যাক ওক বার্ক উইল রিঙ্কল ওভার ইউ, এই ওক গাছের ছাল তোমার শরীরে আবৃত করে এখানেই তোমাকে পুঁতে দেওয়া হবে। অ্যান্ড রুটস অ্যামাং দ্য ওকস, এবং তোমাকে এই ওক গাছের মধ্যে পুঁতে দেওয়া হবে, হয় ইউ নেভার বর্ন আউট হিয়ার, যেখান থেকে গ্রিউ, যেখান থেকে তুমি কখনো, যেখান থেকে তুই কিন্তু কখনো বেরোতে পারবে না। দিস ওয়াজ মাই ড্রিম। নাও দ্য spiritual and moral awakening, that dream comes to an end. That means the little child has transported to an ideal world. Now he is coming back to the ground of realism. When he wakes up, when he woke up from his dream, actually, he noticed that he was under a couch. For the time being, he has transported to another world. Now he has come back. He has come back to the ground of reality. This is in the occult, and the dream has altered me. স্বপ্ন আমাকে যেন চেঞ্জ করে দিল, আমার মানসিকতার পরিবর্তন হয়ে গেল। When I came out of the occult, যখন আমি বনভূমি থেকে, ওক গাছের বনভূমি থেকে বেরিয়ে এলাম, ব্যাক টু দ্য হিউম্যান কোম্পানি, এবং ফিরে এলাম মনুষ্য সঙ্গে, আমারও মানসিকতার চেঞ্জ হলো। মাই রিয়েলাইজেশন, মাই আইডিয়া, my opinion was totally changed, were totally changed. My walk was the walk of a human child. আমার হাঁটা, আমার কথা, আমার বার্তা, আমার জেস্টার, আমার পস্টার, everything was like a child, because I was a human being, because I was moral human being. Everything was like man, everything was like a child, but the conjunction is used, but my heart was a tree. But my heart, my realization, my concept, my mind, everything was like a tree, because this is the transformation, that I am as if going to a tree. That means a man is going to be a tree, and a tree is going to be a man. So there should be the intricate connection, as it was in primitive time. Whenever we are not civilized, we are not so called civilized and educated, but were our habitat, forest, sylvan world was our forest, and sylvany world was our habitat. We lived in forest, we ate the water of the river, we ate fruit, everything, and to conceal our nakedness, we wear the bark of trees. But whenever we are civilized and developed, we have forgotten this significance, and this we have forgotten all these values, all this health. But ultimately, by the powerful mastery imagination of the poet, here this is the transformation, that a child is going to be like a tree, not a tree, not physical transformation, the spiritual awakening, moral transformation, that we should not kill trees. And one thing that I have forgotten to narrate you in the poem, that is actually the narrative technique or narrative structure that is used here. The poem is consisted of 5 paras. Each para consisted of 3 lines, and this is actually tercet. Actually, all 3 lines are rhymed in a similar alternatical way. All the lines in a separate para, the 3 lines are rhymed in each para. Just have a look. Stag, rag, bag, quake, awake, stake, family, I die, two, you grew, and finally me company tree. This is called tercet. This is the narrative technique used by the poet Hughes in the poem. So, what is the concept? Once again, the last part of the video, I'm going to suggest you that Hughes wants to suggest that trees or nature, plants should be the family members. We should not kill trees, we should not cut trees, we should save trees, we should plant trees, because they are our family members. And if we cut trees, fell trees recklessly, then indirectly we invoke or welcome our own danger. And actually, uh, this suggestion is suggested by the poet in this poem. Okay, so for our welfare, for our betterment, we should not kill trees. Okay, and ultimately, as usually, I want to suggest that go through the text thoroughly in your home. And if you have any if you have any question, if you have any problem, you can share, you can write your comment in the comment box, and don't forget to subscribe and share. And once again, I'm saying, if you have any problem, if you have any problem in realization, interpretation, uh, you can ask me. I shall try my best to solve all your problems. Okay, and so I think if you go through the text, if you minutely listen to my video and watch the videos, you will have an idea. Just wait for the new videos, new topic. Most probably in next some classes I will have some suggestion about textual grammars and outside grammars. So wait for that video. Thank you. Bye bye.